if I want to integrate this, it's a definite integral because there's an integral with intervals. So if I want to do a definite integral here, okay, so we're going to be plugging these values in when we're done. We first need to integrate this, and we first got to look at this. Nothing kind of cancels nicely. This is actually somewhat of a easy u substitution if we kind of see what the u is going to be. So if we're going to make u ln x, deja vu, we do that again, like the last problem. Anyways, let's see. This would give you 1 over x dx. 1 over x dx gone. Okay. But when we change this all to u, let's change the interval as well. So if u is ln x, let's change both intervals. So we got to plug in e. So ln e squared. Well, ln e squared, doesn't it take the 2, put it out front? Does it become 2 ln e, which that would be what? Well, ln e is 1, so this is just simply 2. And then the other one is ln e, which is 1. And all I'm doing is changing these values to 2 and 1 when I do my integral. We'll see in a second here. I'm changing the interval to keep my stuff in terms of u. So what I end up with is 1 over u du when I plug in all my pieces, my u and my dx. But my interval is now these two values. So I'm going from 1 to 2. That's kind of important. Now I don't need to switch back to, I can keep it all in terms of u the whole time. I now do not have to switch. The interval is in terms of u. I can keep everything in u. It's a lot prettier. There is another way of doing this though, too. Now the integral of 1 over u du is simply ln u, absolute value, and the interval is now from 1 to 2. From there, you simply just have to do ln. Do I need to worry about the absolute values if I'm plugging 2 and 1 in? No, they're both positives, so no biggie. Oh, that's a 1. Because you plug in the first, plug in the second, now you're going to subtract those. That's the log process, I mean the integral process. What's ln 1?
0.
So if this is 0, is my answer just ln 2? We're done. Now, if I were to leave the e squared and the e here and here, do you understand inside of this u I'd have to have the ln x? It'd be ln x with the e and e squared. I thought it'd be easier to leave 2 and 1. It looked easier to me. And leave in terms of u. This seemed easier to me. But you could also leave the interval and plug u back in if that's your choice.